So I don't know if this one is true or not, but I've seen a lot of people tweet about it. They say DSTV has cut ties with Podcast and Chill with McG. But let's be honest, they needed McG more than he needed them. McG built his own empire from scratch. Let me just talk on the first one first. DSTV has cut ties with Podcast and Chill. I'm assuming this is regarding the Mini Gamini situation. Now, for those of you who don't know, McG said on this podcast, I'm paraphrasing, by the way. I'm not talking about, this is not exactly what he said, but I'm paraphrasing the words and how it was said. I'm sure there's context behind it, there's a backstory behind it that I am not gonna talk about, or that I don't know about. That is the right term to use. But just to keep it short, for those of you who don't know what happened with Mini Gamini, I'm sure some of you have seen DSTV cut ties with Podcast and Chill and Mini Gamini. What actually happened recently, I don't know, I'm sure there's a backstory in history, but recently McG went on the podcast and said that the reason why Mini Gamini can't find a relationship or can't find a stable relationship, it's probably because her vagina stinks or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, you know, allegedly, I guess. I don't know if this is the right time to use this term, but it was in the context of like Mini Gamini can't find a relationship or can't stay in a stable relationship because of her vagina, and he thinks maybe her vagina thinks or whatever. When that thing happened, I made a video about it, and it's still on my YouTube channel, and it's one of my, I made a TikTok about it. Most people came for me. They were talking. I mean, I don't like to delete people's comments. I don't like to censor people. I like that when I post a video, people can actually give their own opinion back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, especially on TikTok. I mean, TikTok, there's a AI stuff that like takes out other people's comments if they're swearing, whatever. But if you actually come and make your argument against like my video or my opinion that I said about a certain topic, I actually don't mind. I'll never delete that shit. You know, I say my own shit. I allow people to say shit. It's an engagement. People are especially, I know I'm going off the trail, but this is very important. I'm gonna come back to this. This is very important. You know what I'm saying? You know, people like to label this thing of like haters and whatever. Most of my videos on TikTok, people disagree with what I'm saying, but I don't consider them as haters. These are the people who have their own opinion regarding the topic that I'm talking about, and people are allowed to have their opinion regarding that topic. If I can't share my opinion, I'm sure the other people can share. Right. Going back to this, when this hit up, I said, that's fucked up. I was totally not on my McG side. I was like, that is fucked up. That's a fucked up thing to say. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he should lose the bet. And listen, there's a saying that goes like this: freedom of speech doesn't mean free from the consequences. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a sad thing, not a good thing to see your brother lose a deal like DSTV. I'm sure they were paying him good money, and he doesn't need DSTV. He's been big on like YouTube before DSTV. DSTV actually needs McG, I would say that. But also, I don't think the creativity behind DSTV of like recruiting YouTubers into DSTV was a good idea. Now here's why. I'm sure you guys can share your own opinion. DSTV went on this channel of like buying rights from like podcasters and other YouTubes. That's great for the content creators. I'm sure they're making back from it. But I think their thought process was that DSTV was gonna be able to recruit some of the subscription back, because DSTV has been going down the rail, has been losing subscriptions. So I'm thinking behind their thought process, DSTV was thinking, I'm sure they did some. But here's the problem. The best thing about YouTube is that you watch what you want to watch when you want to watch it, and it's free. Let me repeat what I said. You can watch what you want to watch when you want to watch it, and it's free. DSTV, the problem about the model of cable TV dying is because you're only allowed to watch you can only watch that thing at a certain period of time. I know there's DSTV Explorer, you can record whatever, but that shit was popular back in the day. It's not anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think personally I would go there and sit down on a DSTV and watch DSTV and go watch Podcast and Chill. I'd rather watch it on YouTube, even though I'm watching it on my TV. The reason why I can watch it on my TV, I'd rather watch it on my TV than actually log into my DSTV and watch this, because like I can just pause on my TV, come back here on my desk and finish that what you call that podcast until episode. Or I can like, oh yeah, I'm going out, bam bam, play it on my phone and go out. That's the kind of freedom that is been killing the DSTV thing. It's DSTV. It's not gonna be a thing, and they're losing money every year. You know what I'm saying? The best way DSTV can think is just focus on Showmax. You know what I'm saying? Just try to become or turn into this streaming services like your Netflix and whatever. Those are things that are actually doing well, and they're actually having a hard time to actually survive. To survive, to be profitable. I mean, they're doing well, but it's actually hard for them to compete with YouTube and TikTok because those are free entertainment. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you guys have seen a plenty of comments in TikTok comments where the people are like making jokes or actually stating that TikTok is better than DSTV. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of content that is free these days. It's not like the old days where you can gatekeep content behind the paywall. You know what I'm saying? Even this Netflix, Hulu or Disney, they're having a hard time because of piracy as well. Because even the shows, all the shows you can find in DSTV on Netflix that are behind the paywall, you can still find them for free if you are, I guess, tech known. If you know to access certain website and whatever, you can actually access all those things. You know what I'm saying? But there's TV. Well, the reason why Netflix is surviving is also another thing is convenience. I can watch a series, pause it, go do another thing, come and finish it on my phone later, grab a laptop, go in bed, and still watch the series. You know what I'm saying? It's convenience. DSTV doesn't have that. I don't know if maybe there's a new update that I'm missing out, but from my general knowledge, DSTV doesn't have that. So yeah, I just went on a whole tangent. But to finish this off, McG built his empire from scratch with no corporate backing, just raw talent and consistency and support of the people. W for real. DSTV tried to ride his wave, and now they are gone. The cheaters remain. The movement continues. You can't cancel what you didn't create. Wow, that's just the ending statement. But the mini gaming, I'm still totally against it. McG just, I think that was totally unacceptable and uncalled for to attack someone's vagina with a smell. It was just, I'm sure they had their own beef or disagreements on social media, but he pushed it to the limits. And I'm saying, and to people to shit on DSTV, it's just also uncalled for because they actually, you know, they also have their own right and their own money. It's their own money to decide where they want to spend it and who. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you guys know DSTV things and cable TV things, you have to be family friendly. You just can't go wild over there. You know what I'm saying?